When I was a child in my neighborhood, we had a preacher who always rode his bicycle. He rode his bicycle to the church, to the grocery store, visiting members of the church, and you could never saw his picture unless he was on a bicycle. One day I was walking to the church, and here came the preacher, also walking. Surprised, I asked the preacher where was his bike, and he answered that last night someone stole his bike. Thinking about it, I said, "It will be easy enough to find out who stole it, preacher. Today in church you need to preach on the 10 Commandments. When you get to the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal, shout it out real wide and look out there at them. Make sure you make eye contact with everybody in that church, because all of a sudden you're going to see somebody going. And that would be the look of guilt, and he'll be the one that has your bike." The preacher thought it was a good idea, so he went in church and started to preach on the 10 Commandment. He got the 7th commandment, suddenly stopped, and continued with the rest of the church service. After the service, I went and asked him, "Preacher, you didn't even get to the 8th commandment like we talked about." The preacher smiled and said, "Well, son, while preaching, when I got to the 7th commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery, I suddenly remembered where I have left my bicycle,